Glad to see all of you here. My name is Andrei Panin. I'm product owner at Gear. And today I will tell you about the modern approach to developing smart contracts and running them in a Vara network. First of all, it is based on Gear protocol. Protocol is the set of rules and definitions that allow to launch applications in decentralized manner. Unlike application-specific networks, Gear allows anyone to upload the piece of code into the network, and it will instantly become part of this network. Why it is called Gear? Because it's something simple, reliable, it just works. And to achieve the solution, we made some design decisions. First of all of these pieces of codes are actors in actor model for communications, as well as users, programs, system itself. All of these are actors. Moreover, this piece of codes are WebAssembly binaries. And lastly, the persisting memory, which really simplifies the development and makes the protocol's memory management more close to real hardware and real operating systems. As I said, users, programs in the network, all of the connections, bridges, anything in the protocol are actors. And all the communications are asynchronous. Programs don't share their state. Instead, they communicate via messages between each other, and it also fits, and the messaging are asynchronous, which good fits to Polkadot protocol, which is also asynchronous. This brief scheme shows that user can send a message to program, program can send message to program, program message to user, and the incoming message to a program, the result of this message could be a changing of the state of the particular program of this program, or a reply to the original message, or sending message to another actor, or even creating the new actor. In synchronous programming, you have to architect your application, your code, so it should be executed step by step, and a distinct part of application logic should be finalized within a single block. In asynchronous programming, you can address different system components independently, not waiting the reply from your previous message. And messages can be distributed in different blocks, easily, infinitely distributed in time blocks. Using this approach, you don't need to implement separate application for messaging. It is by design. In Gear, we have implemented a portal, which is called Gear Idea. It is a portal for developers. You can develop and upload the code in the network, send a message, get a reply, read state, and makes other things. And this opens up the opportunity to integration with other applications. For example, in Wallet, you can integrate messaging functionality, so you can send funds with some message to another user, or just send message without any funds, and get pop-up notifications, and so on. It's hard to imagine more modern way for running bytecodes than WebAssembly. WebAssembly was designed for securely running bytecodes in isolated sandbox environments. As you know, Parity started adoption of WebAssembly several years ago, and most parachains also use WebAssembly. And in Gear, also, all programs are WebAssembly bytecodes. And another novelty that we bring to the table is the persistent memory. This really simplifies development. The memory allocation and deallocation are the first-class syscalls in the protocol. The memory access is also tracked, and only necessary pieces of memory are loaded and stored. This technique calls also lazy pages. Yeah, and it allows more complex constructs. And yeah. In Gear, our goal is to increase adoption in Web3, and it can be done in several ways. First of all is the standalone layer 1 network, which is called Vara. In Vara, we have our unique native runtime because of actor model, persistent memory, and other features. But also we use some substrate components. We took governance version 2. We use staking. And this feature allows us forkless upgrades, and also this features allows us to be launched as Kusama and Polkadot parachain. And the development approach across all of these networks is absolutely the same. So Vara network is the standalone layer 1 network. Currently, it is in a proof of authority testing mode. We expect a production network within a month or 2. It will be proof of stake, non-fork upgradable. It has an utility of high-performance networks like Solana, Near, and so on. This opens up us new opportunities for creating the brand new applications with user experience not achievable before on blockchains with synchronous programming. For example, composable NFTs can evolve during a time. They can evolve manually via message from a user, or they can be evolved automatically via a message from external actor, or even using delayed messages of the smart contract that can trigger itself after defined number of blocks. The problem of games also in the current blockchains because of their synchronous nature is actually bad user experience. And in Vara and in Gear protocol, you can implement games also with synchronous messages, and that will provide some notifications for user, execute themselves automatically, and realize gasless transactions, and they can become completely on-chain, because also in the existing networks, to perform some complex computations, they have to introduce some centralized components, servers, or use oracles. DeFi functionality also can be improved. For example, cases like automatic yield harvesting and pop-up notifications, thanks to delayed messages, also achievable and can be also totally on-chain. As you know, not many developers across the world develop in blockchains. A lot of developers who implement services and applications are working on Web 2, and we don't want to cannibalize those who are working on blockchains. Instead, we lower barriers for those who are implementing programs on Rust. And as a next step, for those who are implementing programs on other WebAssembly compatible languages. We're actively integrating with other ecosystem participants, and we're open for new partnerships, so it will be very interesting. Recently, we launched Gear Academy. It is absolutely for free for everyone. It consists of a free course of how to become a smart contract developer on Gear. It has 7 lessons. After the taking course, you will get a certificate and a reward NFT. So sign up and start learning. Also, we launched an ambassador program. We are looking individuals who can help us to organize events, meetups, workshops for those who can provide some content, video content, text articles. So also apply to Ambassador program. We have actively growing community in our socials, so welcome. And you can scan and grab this NFT that will remind you about this event. Thank you for your attention. Scan and get your NFT, guys.